Notice 3 days Harris County Jail. I spoke with the state. It is a time served.
Good morning, Mr. Reyes.
Good morning.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. And this is important because...
Hold it right there. Did you hear that thunderous warning? The judge didn't mince words. He slammed down the law with brutal clarity. One wrong move, and this man isn't just walking into trouble. He's staring down a guaranteed 90 days of cold, hard jail time. This isn't some polite courtroom reminder. This is a judicial sledgehammer swinging just inches from his head. One slip, and it crashes down with full force. So here's the burning question.
If you ever get pulled over and an officer's going to see this, if they smell alcohol or dope, what do you think they're going to do? Right. What we're doing today, the proverbial slap on the wrist, now you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. So be careful because this time served, you understand. I mean, it's a minimum of 90 from now on. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, or possible immigration consequences, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. It will go on your record. It will be there forever. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty and I will sentence you to 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I have to suspend your license, so I will suspend it for 90 days. Do not drive until you get licensed, and good luck to you, sir.
Judge, I asked that his license not be suspended. It's been suspended for over 220 days already.
I have to suspend it, right? If you want credit for the ALR suspension,
Yes, sir.
why has it been suspended for so long?
I am not very sure. He just spoke. I'm filling in for Attorney Clay today, Eric Clay. So I just spoke to the client about the suspension.
Part of my PR bond was not to drive, and you revoked my privilege to drive. So I've been.
There's a reason. Usually, if you don't have a license, you don't have insurance.
Over a 0.15.
No, I never take someone's. Has to have been an aggravating factor as to why. I don't just willy-nilly take someone's ability to drive away because I take it really seriously. You know, if you're driving in a manner like going over 100 or a prior DWI or with an open container or something like that. What happened in this case, Alex?
So in this case, officers were dispatched to a crash in Harris County, Texas, and they arrived and observed the vehicle with front end damage that had hit an apartment complex entrance gate and wall
Do you
building.
have a license?
I had a license, valid license and valid liability.
See.
Part of my bond was, just suspending my license. I couldn't drive.
Oh, you know what it was? You had an ALR suspension. That's one. Your license was suspended. Have you paid any kind of reinstatement fees? Then your license is suspended now. Whenever you get a DWI, you have two cases against you. You have this case. You also have an administrative case versus DPS. And if you don't take care of the administrative case, DPS suspends your license and it remains in suspension until you go and actively take care of it to have it reinstated. One of those things that you have to do is pay a reinstatement fee of around $125. So until you do that, it remains effectively suspended indefinitely until you take care of it. What we do is we bring you back in to apprise you of the fact that your license does become suspended and that if you drive, you're in violation of these bond conditions. So I'm trying to help you, believe it or not. You know, I'm not. So do this. Go get your license reinstated. Go to DPS. Show me that you've got it reinstated. Then we can run so that I'll give you credit for the time that you've had your ALR suspension. I'd rather have you driving legally than, driving illegally, right? So go get it reinstated because what we need are the dates of suspension for the ALR. If you have that, we can give it to them and give you the credit.
Yes, sir.
But don't just start driving now. Your license is still suspended. Alex, can you run it? You mind?
Yes, Your Honor, it's not eligible, and the most recent we have is the ALR suspension.
See?
Okay.
It's the administrative license revocation suspension that you get from DPS. You got to go call DPS and they'll tell you what to do to get it reinstated. All right?
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, guys,
May we excuse?
Thank you.
please. Hey, apellido? Macero.
Your Honor.
Thanks. Mr. Macero, you're charged with failure to identify oneself, giving false or fictitious information. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
All right, may I just get a cause number for that real quick?
It's 2533-067.
On October 8th, 2024, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle failed to stop at a stop sign. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated he did not have a driver's license, ID, or passport. The defendant wrote Jesus Gutierrez, date of birth October 2nd, 1977, on a notepad provided by the officer. There was no TCIC return for the name. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle to have a different VIN from that on TCIC, and the defendant consented to a search of the motor vehicle. The officer found a Venezuelan passport with the defendant's photograph and the name Jairo Jose Macero Barcenas, date of birth January 11th, 1976. The defendant stated he lied about the name to the officer and used a fake name because he was afraid and had never been stopped by officers while in the country.
Mr. Macero Barcenas.
Your Honor, he has to go to the civil trial.
Yeah, go. Thanks, Luis.
Hola, buenos días, me llamo Luis Lindar. Disculpe la interrupción, mi colega se tiene que ir a un juicio. Acérquese aquí, por favor. Sobre el juez y conteste nada más en español.
Marcelo Barcenas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Are you a United States citizen?
What?
Are you a United States citizen?
¿Estadounidense?
No.
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
¿Es con permiso o sin permiso? Without permission.
I'm going to give you a warning now that if you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you. You will remain in custody until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration, and you will sit in immigration custody until they do whatever they're going to do to you. That usually is a process that'll take about 6 to 9 months. If you do not want that to happen, do not violate any of the conditions that I put on you now. Because if you do, you could be spending a lot of time in custody. You do not have a Texas driver license, so you are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. The other condition I'm putting now is not to get in trouble or violate any laws. You were I don't know if you went to jail, but from now on.
Now it gets explosive. Immigration just stormed into the picture. For non-citizens, this isn't just about a few nights in a jail cell. It's a ticking time bomb. One bad move can trigger months trapped in immigration detention, followed by the devastating blow of deportation. This is the hidden landmine no one talks about until it detonates. The fallout is brutal, life-shattering, and nearly impossible to outrun. So ask yourself.
You will not be given any more PR bonds. So your bonds will be sufficiently high that you're going to spend some time there. And if you're unlucky enough, immigration will put a detainer on you. You will get no further warnings. Do you understand?
Sí, señor. Tiene que hablar. Sí, señor o no, señor. Yes, sir.
No driving whatsoever.
Manejo para nada. No puede manejar.
Okay. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. First, I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Victoria, where we will have you sign a reset, and we're going to get you out of here. These are the only conditions I'm putting on you now. Don't drive and don't get in trouble. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. How was jail? Good. You pick up another case, you violate conditions. Next time, it'll be double, triple, maybe quadruple, depending on what happens. I'm not asking much from you. I'm asking you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs and obey the law. And if you become a danger to society, there's only one place. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not asking you to split the atom here. Just be nice. It's not hard. So bond condition so this is Ochoa Lacan.
Yes, Judge.
I'm letting pre-con know. So, he's in the jail, doctor? Yes, page 29, guys. No drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis. Alex, can you run his license to see if it's eligible or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Whatever happened with the investigation that they were doing, do you know? With the interference?
I checked them. They didn't file anything. Nothing new has been filed.
Alex, do we know anything about the investigation? Do we know any other further charges that are potentially going to be filed?
I don't see anything about the sexual assault investigation. So,
Okay.
and also his license is, I apologize, just closed out, not eligible.
I'm ordering you now not to drive. Your license has been suspended, probably due to the administrative license revocation hearing. So I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, Mr. Ochoa Lacan. You're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? We had them check in the system now with DPS to see if it's eligible or not eligible, and it is not eligible.
And Your Honor, you are correct, it's the ALR suspension.
Do you understand? So if you drove here, you may not drive home. You've got to find someone else. Do you understand? You violate these conditions. Like I said, you're going to be signing an affidavit. This is a promise you're making to me not to drive. And I'm telling you, there's no better way to see me really get upset than to drive when there's a no driving affidavit. Do you understand? It is your responsibility to get with DPS to try to figure out how to get your license back. And if you do, and you get liability insurance, I'll take this off. But until that point, don't drive. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We will have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with pre-chop for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. Okay?
Judge, if I may, he is here this morning on the DWI. The interfering is set for Friday. Is there any way we can handle both of those today?
Have you come multiple days?
Okay. Come back on
Kidding,
Friday.
of course.
I was like, thank you, Judge. So
Yes.
are there going to be different conditions for that or the same
No,
conditions?
it'll be all in one. That's why I was in the interference. I was wanting to see if there's a complaining witness to forbid him to have contact with, but it looks like the interference is just with an officer. So I'm not going to put any conditions on that one. Everything it just rides on the DWI. So you know what's expected of you. You're skirting thin ice. Be careful. That ice breaks. Okay, that way.
Thanks, sir.
Take care.
Again, on Javid, we've gotten in touch with the complaining witness on this case. And
Hello, I'm ADA Colada. I'm filling in for Conrad.
Come up. Come up. Yes. Ms. Turner, I truly appreciate your tenacity. I really do. But the allegations to me are serious. And guys, keep it down, please. And I don't know if I'm ready because I don't want something to happen. It's too soon. It's too fresh. I don't want something bad to happen.
Is it possible for us to keep the address restriction and just do no threatening and harassing?
That's what I mean. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's what,
Because they have no contact at all if we do no threatening and harassing. They can still
don't
communicate,
have
but they,
contact. That's the point, is I don't want you to have contact with her. The allegations are serious. Allegedly threatened to choke, you allegedly threatened to kill the family, do it overseas, and it's in a repeated fashion.
she said today that that wasn't true.
That's
I don't
not what
know
I was
that.
told on the recall, sorry,
Okay,
that's not what I
okay.
was told on the recall. She said that those statements were prior incidences where he had made those comments, and that the incident in question where he made the threat, the consequences of calling the police, she's claiming that he never made the gesture, but I don't have the body cams to watch it to see if that's actually what was said, which is why we're holding off on making a decision.
So what is your position? Your position is to keep no contact?
My position is no threatening or harassing. Based off of the complaint, it was very clear that she doesn't want the restrictions. And I think that they will contact each other anyway. So rather than setting the defendant up to violate his bond.
No, setting anyone up. We're clear what the consequence is if you try to have contact with her. I don't want you to have contact with her for the time being now. I want you to appreciate the fact that you're not to have contact with her, and I'm warning you, don't do it. There will be severe consequence if you try to have any contact with her, if you try to use anyone to relay any kind of messages. If I deem you a public danger, Mr. Javed, I'm telling you now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it very high. Perhaps in time, yes, but the allegations are there. I find them disturbing and I don't want you to have contact with her. I know that your lawyer has really worked hard for it, so don't blame her. It has nothing to do with her. It's all to do with me. And I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with her. Do you understand?
Yes.
Don't blame her. If you want to blame anyone, you blame me. But for the time being, no means no. It doesn't mean maybe. It doesn't mean I've got kids. It doesn't mean I've got to get my car payment. It doesn't mean I got to get my house done. None of that makes a difference to me. My only concern is public safety. That's it. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm not ready yet. The allegations to me are very troubling. And I get the fact that people try to either renounce, mitigate, recant, but I'm not ready yet. I'm just not. In time, perhaps, because, I'm always willing in time to, modify. It's just too soon for right now.
Okay.
Are there any kids in the relationship now? Good. Wonderful. So there's just no reason for you to have contact with this person for now. There's no reason. Don't. Time heals all wounds and perhaps we can change it, but for the time being, no contact. Come back in a couple weeks and then we can redo it. And then I want you also to give you guys sufficient time to do a full rip, take time to do it the right way, not in a rush when you've got other, a gajillion things going on as well. And I appreciate you really coming down to help out as well. Okay.
Problem, and I'll make a
So-
note for Conrad to have a more in-depth discussion.
The other thing is I'd like to talk to her as well, before, because I'd like to talk to her to tell her that, the ramifications, not to ever feel any type of fear. No one, absolutely no one should have to live in fear like that. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't, imagine having to walk on eggshells because of the fear that if you make someone mad, they're going to explode. No one should have to live like that. So, and I'd like to impart that, that's it. All right. So, Mr. Turner, whatever reset you want, if you want to do a week, 2 weeks, whatever you'd like to do, I'm okay. I'm just not ready. And understand that just, I bet, best probably not to say anything. Okay. All right. Thanks. All right.
I'm making that note for Conrad now.
Thank you. Hi, counsel. Come on up. Hey, of course. Hey, what's new?
How are you?
Hey.
Didn't realize you
Hi.
had created for the holiday.
Yeah, so we're going to expect you to be in costume in about, 2 weeks as well. We all will be. So.
I'm on call that week, so I told my second out if he wants to be Catwoman, I'll be Batman, but I don't know if we're gonna actually end up doing it.
And I'm already in costume.
As it's a good costume.
I'm faking it, Judge.
Who you got?
We have Mario de Jesus. I'm sorry, I lied. Horacio Vijaro.
It's a bond.
250-6632.
250-6632.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh, is this the one where there's a dead body?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so,
And we do have family in the courtroom, Judge, just so you're aware.
okay.
My division chief is currently in trial on an intox man, so I'm hoping to sit down with her in the next 2 weeks so we can go over this case and make the final decision about whether or not we're going to upgrade it. Matthew and I have been in pretty much constant contact about it, but
What's the issue? Is it causation?
Causation, Judge.
Always causation, always causation.
She's been great. I mean,
I know, I know her well.
I keep
Great.
telling him to spread the rumor that I'm very difficult to work with, but he just won't do it.
What do you get? So you want more time?
Yes, please, if the court doesn't mind, I think 2 or 3 more weeks and I should have an answer.
Okay. I mean, I've not gotten any violations. I've gotten everything
No, sir.
that's good so far. So, okay.
And you
Yeah.
did want to talk about bond,
there's
right?
one other issue, Judge. If we can address just one of the bond conditions. He's on GPS. Got Scram. He's abiding, but his curfew hours. He's just having issues with work.
Okay.
Instead of 7 to 7, push it from 6 to 8.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. Just, I don't want him out in the middle of the night, but I'm okay with that. Absolutely. That's okay. And if you want, 9 to 6, I'm okay with that. What did you say you want?
9 P to 6 A.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how I think.
Okay. Totally. So just let pre-trial know and then we can amend the conditions. And then, it's getting up there. It's 180 now. So at the next setting, we gotta, yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Very nice to see you.
All right,
Good to see you,
guys.
Judge.
Take care, for sure.
Jairo José Macero Bárcenas.
So guys, he's got to be here at the next setting.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Molina. So you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're also charged with theft. On that one, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. Guys, if
Listen closely. The judge's tone just snapped like a whip. This is it, the final warning shot. One more DWI, and the days of soft slaps on the wrist are over. What's waiting isn't leniency, it's cold, hard jail time. This is the brutal truth. Your record doesn't vanish. It clings to you like chains, dragging behind you long after one reckless night of bad choices. Now let's
the theft in exchange for your plea on the DWI. You need to understand that the DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. What do you think will happen if you got pulled over after a night of drinking and an officer sees a prior DWI in your record? What do you think is going to happen?
¿Qué cree que le va a pasar a usted? I'll return to jail.
I would never, even if you've had one beer, get in a car because your record will kill you. And what we're doing today, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand?
¿Entendió, señor?
No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. You're facing, like I said, up to a year. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail. Credit for the 3 days that you've done.
Dice cárcel crédito por los 3 días que ya cumplió.
It also says here $650 in restitution.
$657 en restitución. Él ya pagó eso.
Sí.
And that was on the theft case. Y eso fue el caso de hurto, de robo.
Great. That's great. Good. I'm glad that you paid that.
Me alegra que lo haya pagado.
It's only fair.
Es solo justo.
Always the idea here,
Like
whenever there's someone that there's an alleged victim in a case, we want to make them whole again. And so thank you for doing this. That's great.
Ahora,
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported excluded from the country, deny naturalization, you give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
¿Qué desea hacer? Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Se declara la ofensa. Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. I'm going to suspend your license for the minimum, which is 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license, otherwise you will be right back in here with us.
Señoría.
I can if you want, but you'll have to get the dates to them. Okay. All right, good luck to you, sir. Thanks.
Yeah, bring them out. Oh, okay. Bring them out. I got a plea and then two just cases come out.
I guess let's do the plea
Wayne,
while they're bringing them out.
NWA NNE.
NWA.
Is it Nguyen?
Wayne.
Nguyen?
1A. The end assignment.
Order in the court for plea.
After we're done right here, we'll go right here. And that's, you don't have to put anything. She's gonna pay anything. Just have that in. Okay. It's like the current courthouse. That's first form.
So
My time's right on the ready, Judge.
what do you do with yourself these days, Ms. Swanee? Sorry? What do you do?
I work at Waterbury.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? You realize it's going to go on your record.
Yes, sir.
You realize you're only making life more difficult for yourself, right? The more convictions you have, the more difficult you're making life. I mean, you need to understand that life doesn't get easier as you get older. It gets more difficult, and the more convictions you rack up, the harder life is. Just not many people are going to give you a job if you keep getting convictions. So no, I guess you don't want to do a deferred.
I asked her about it, Judge, and I told her that she could avoid the conviction if she did a deferred. She has no convictions that I saw. She said that she wasn't interested in that. I mean, if you're.
There is a type of probation that if you complete successfully, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. But that would be at a minimum, 9 months. You got to stay clean, no alcohol, no dope.
Order in the court.
You've no interest to try to keep this off your record?
Got a job to, keep myself busy, so.
Great.
I plan on staying out of trouble and staying out of the way.
But nevertheless, you're not interested in a probation to try to keep this off your record? Are you sure? Okay. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. This is a lifetime decision that you make today. The other thing that you need to understand is that if you ever run from the cops again, because it's an evading arrest, which is an enhanceable offense, they can use, if you ever pick up another one, they can now make it a felony offense instead of a misdemeanor, because they can use this to enhance you. You understand? Okay. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change it. So are you sure you want to do this? There were no other offers, I guess, no PTI, anything like that?
No, Judge. The circumstances following the.
You don't, okay. If you change your mind within 30 days, perhaps we can do something if you get buyer's remorse. Typically, but you got to understand, this is not a good day for you. This is not a good thing that's happening to you. You're only hurting yourself even more. Do you understand? Stop picking up convictions. Stop getting into trouble. All right. You know that from now on, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. A minimum of 90 days for anything you pick up. All right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to Is it 3 days?
It's credit for 2 days.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 2 days in jail. Credit for the 2 days that you've done. I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Ms. Warner. Okay. Thanks.